Right now, as I'm speaking to you, something absolutely extraordinary is developing across America that's going to shock millions of people. We're witnessing the most dramatic temperature contrast in modern weather history. Dangerous Arctic conditions bearing the Great Lakes, while the West Coast bakes in summer-like heat. But here's what's going to blow your mind. This isn't just another winter weather story, because what's happening next could bring snow to places that rarely see it. Before I reveal the shocking forecast that has meteorologists buzzing, I need you to drop your exact location in the comments right now. Whether you're in Miami, Atlanta, Dallas, or anywhere in between, comment your city immediately because I'll be giving specific forecasts for your area. What we're tracking today isn't your typical winter pattern, and by the end of this video, you'll understand why this weekend could make weather history. Let me paint the picture of what's already happening right now, because understanding today's setup is crucial for grasping the extraordinary events ahead. Across the Dakotas and Northern Plains, we're tracking what forecasters are calling a uniquely dangerous situation that's about to unfold over the next 24 hours. The Storm Prediction Center has issued enhanced winter weather risks from Bismarck down through Pierre. And this storm will surprise a lot of people. Now here's what makes this fascinating. The snow totals aren't massive, but the conditions are going to be absolutely treacherous in ways most people don't expect. We're talking about thunder-snow situations where you'll literally hear thunder and see lightning in the middle of blizzard conditions. North Dakota and South Dakota residents, listen carefully. You're about to experience snow squalls with 45 to 55 miles per hour winds, creating intermittent blizzard conditions. The temperature drops we're forecasting are going to be absolutely brutal. We're talking about plunging to 0 degrees within hours of the storm's passage. But that's just the beginning of this story, because this Arctic outbreak is going to trigger a cascade of events across the entire eastern United States. Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Columbus. Friday evening brings intense snow squalls that could catch commuters completely off guard. Meanwhile, the Appalachian region from Pikeville up to Charleston could see several inches as lake-enhanced snow combines with this powerful low-pressure system. Comment Appalachian snow if you're tracking from these mountain communities. This could be a significant event for your area. Now here's where this story takes a dramatic turn that even veteran meteorologists are calling remarkable. A flash freeze situation is developing tonight across New York, Pennsylvania, and New England that's going to create extremely hazardous conditions. New York City residents, pay close attention. Temperatures are dropping from the 40s to 20 degrees in just a few hours tonight. Washington, D.C. faces a similar 20-degree plunge, while areas like Canton, Ohio could drop to 10 degrees by 3 a.m. Toronto and Ottawa are looking at single digits, without even factoring in the dangerous wind chills that will make it feel much colder. But wait, there's something even more incredible developing, and this is where your location comments become absolutely crucial. Bismarck, North Dakota is forecast to hit negative 11 degrees Saturday morning, which sets up an atmospheric pattern that changes everything. This Arctic air mass is going to penetrate so far south that even Florida cities are about to experience freezing temperatures. Tampa residents, you're looking at lows right at 32 degrees Friday morning. That's freeze warning territory for Central Florida. Daytona Beach also hits freezing, while Gainesville could dip to 28 degrees. These temperatures are going to shock citrus farmers. Comment Florida freeze. If you're in the Sunshine State, this cold snap could have major agricultural impacts. Now here's where the story becomes absolutely mind-blowing. And this is information that could affect millions of Americans. This extraordinary cold penetration is setting up the perfect atmospheric ingredients for something truly remarkable. We're tracking the potential for a weekend snow event that could bring accumulating snow from Texas to Virginia. Houston, Dallas, New Orleans, Atlanta, Charlotte. Yes, I'm talking about all of these major metropolitan areas. The computer models are showing scenarios that have weather enthusiasts across the South absolutely buzzing with excitement. Let me break down exactly what we're seeing on the latest model guidance, because this forecast is genuinely fascinating. The American GFS model is showing the most aggressive solution, painting snow accumulations as far south as Louisiana. New Orleans could potentially see snowflakes Sunday night into Monday morning, and yes, you heard that correctly. Houston residents, comment your neighborhood, because even parts of southeast Texas show snow potential on the most aggressive scenarios. The atmospheric setup involves a low-pressure system moving out of Texas and strengthening as it heads toward the southeast. Atlanta specifically shows great potential for accumulating snow, with some models suggesting 2 to 4 inches possible Sunday night. Montgomery, Alabama sits in an interesting position where snow accumulation becomes increasingly likely under current model trends. Birmingham and Huntsville residents, drop your comments. This storm track could bring significant snow to north-central Alabama. Moving into the Carolinas, Charlotte faces excellent chances for meaningful snow accumulation with this weekend's system. Raleigh and the Research Triangle region also show strong signals for accumulating snow Sunday night into Monday morning. Columbia, South Carolina appears well positioned for snow as well, potentially receiving several inches if current trends continue. Charleston might be just warm enough to see mostly rain, but even coastal areas could experience some snowflakes. Comment Carolina snow if you're anywhere in North or South Carolina. This could be a memorable weekend for your region. Georgia residents from Columbus to Augusta are watching this system closely as accumulating snow appears increasingly possible. Macon and Warner Robins could see their first significant snow in years if the atmospheric pattern aligns correctly. Savannah and the coastal Georgia region face uncertainty, but even flurries would be remarkable for the area. Tennessee cities like Nashville, Knoxville, and Chattanooga all show potential for accumulating snow with this developing system. Memphis faces similar possibilities, though the exact track will determine whether snow or rain predominates. Comment your Tennessee city. From the mountains to the Mississippi River, this storm could affect the entire state. Kentucky residents from Louisville to Lexington should monitor this system closely as accumulating snow appears likely. Virginia from Norfolk to Richmond shows strong potential for meaningful snow accumulation Sunday night into Monday. Even southern Virginia cities could see accumulating snow if the storm track remains consistent with current modeling. Now let me address the critical timing, because understanding when this happens is absolutely essential for preparation. Sunday afternoon marks the beginning of this potential snow event, starting in Texas and Louisiana before moving eastward. Sunday evening brings snow chances to Mississippi, Alabama, and western Georgia as the system gains strength. Sunday night into Monday morning represents the peak timing for snow across Georgia, the Carolinas, and Tennessee. Monday morning commutes could be significantly impacted across multiple southeastern states if accumulating snow occurs. The national blend of models, which averages all forecasting systems, shows remarkable agreement on snow potential. Even this conservative approach indicates possible snow accumulations reaching as far south as New Orleans. Half-inch snow totals appear on the NBM for extreme southern locations, while higher amounts show farther north. Atlanta specifically shows 1 to 3 inches possible on multiple model solutions, enough to create significant impacts. Richmond down to Raleigh appears positioned for decent snow accumulations, possibly 2 to 4 inches in many areas. Comment snow map ready if you want specific accumulation forecasts for your neighborhood as we get closer. Now here's something crucial to understand about southeastern snow events. Infrastructure limitations make even modest amounts impactful. 3 inches of snow in Atlanta essentially shuts down the metropolitan area due to limited snow removal equipment. School districts across the potential impact zone are already beginning to develop contingency plans for Monday. Airport operations in Atlanta, Charlotte, and other major hubs could experience significant delays or cancellations. Interstate highways, I-75, I-85, and I-95 could become extremely hazardous if snow accumulates as currently forecast. Comment your travel plans for this weekend. Many people will need to adjust their schedules if this storm materializes. Power companies across the Southeast are monitoring this situation closely, as wet snow could affect electrical systems. Grocery stores in potential impact zones are already seeing increased activity as residents prepare for possible winter weather. Let me address the model uncertainty, because understanding forecast confidence is crucial for proper preparation. The European model shows less aggressive snow penetration southward compared to the American GFS solution. The NAM and other high-resolution models also show more conservative snow coverage than the GFS. However, the fact that multiple models show southern snow potential indicates this is a legitimate possibility. Storm track variations of just 50 miles could determine whether cities see accumulating snow or just cold rain. Surface low-pressure development intensity will control precipitation rates and accumulation potential. Atmospheric temperature profiles remain critical. Small changes could shift the rain-snow line dramatically. Tonight's model updates will provide crucial information about storm track consistency and intensity forecasts. Comment Model Watch if you want detailed updates as new forecasting data becomes available. Now let me explain the broader atmospheric pattern because this weekend event fits into a larger weather story. We're experiencing what meteorologists call extreme temperature gradient amplification across the continental United States. While the southeast potentially deals with snow, the southwest is experiencing record-breaking warmth. California and Arizona are seeing temperatures 15 degrees above normal, creating a massive atmospheric contrast. Phoenix and Las Vegas could reach the 80s, while Florida faces freezing temperatures. This rarely happens. This temperature differential creates the energy necessary for dynamic weather systems like our weekend snow threat. The jet stream configuration responsible for this pattern will persist through the remainder of January. Additional Clipper systems will continue affecting the Great Lakes region with more lake effect snow opportunities. The pattern we're experiencing represents classic January winter weather, though with unusual southern reach. Long-range forecasts suggest this temperature contrast will maintain through early February. Comment Pattern Talk if you want detailed explanations of the atmospheric mechanics driving these extreme conditions. Lake effect snow continues pummeling areas downwind of the Great Lakes with impressive accumulation totals. Buffalo, Syracuse, and other traditional lake effect zones are experiencing one of their most active seasons in recent memory. This lake effect activity will intensify after our weekend snow system passes due to increased temperature contrasts. Cold air flowing over relatively warm lake waters creates perfect conditions for additional heavy snow bands. Great Lakes residents should prepare for continued active winter weather through the remainder of January. Now let me address preparation recommendations for different scenarios based on your location. For cities showing high snow potential like Atlanta and Charlotte, prepare as if accumulating snow is likely. Stock essential supplies including food, water, medications, and alternative heating sources for potential power outages. Ensure vehicles have emergency kits, full fuel tanks, and proper tires for unexpected winter driving conditions. For areas with moderate snow chances, maintain flexibility in weekend plans while monitoring forecast updates closely. Southern locations unaccustomed to snow should review basic winter driving safety and emergency protocols. Comment prep questions if you need specific advice for preparing your area for potential winter weather. Agricultural interests across the impact zone should implement protective measures for crops and livestock. Citrus growers in Florida are already taking precautions against the freeze threat affecting their operations. Outdoor events scheduled for Sunday night and Monday morning may need contingency plans across the region. Business operations should consider early dismissal policies if snow accumulation begins Sunday afternoon. Now here's what makes this forecast particularly fascinating from a meteorological perspective. Southern snow events require precise atmospheric alignment, cold air timing, moisture availability, and storm track positioning. The fact that multiple weather models show this potential indicates unusual atmospheric pattern strength. Historical analogs suggest that when patterns align like this, significant southern snow events often materialize. Surface pressure gradients are forecast to become exceptionally strong, enhancing storm development potential. Upper-level atmospheric dynamics support the development of a robust precipitation-producing system. Moisture transport from the Gulf of Mexico appears adequate to support accumulating snow where temperatures allow. Comment Science Deep Dive if you want detailed explanations of the meteorological processes involved. Let me address social and economic impacts that could result from this potential winter weather event. Southeastern snow events typically generate massive social media attention due to their rarity and visual impact. Economic disruptions could be significant if major metropolitan areas experience meaningful snow accumulation. Supply chain impacts may affect multiple states if interstate highways experience hazardous conditions. Tourism and hospitality industries in affected areas should prepare for potential cancellations and disruptions. Media coverage will be extensive if this event materializes, bringing national attention to affected regions. Insurance companies are monitoring this situation closely due to potential property and vehicle damage claims. Energy demand will spike significantly across the region due to heating needs and preparation activities. Comment impact concerns if you want to discuss specific ways this weather might affect your community. Now let's discuss forecast timing updates and when we'll have more definitive information about this system. Tonight's model runs will provide crucial data about storm track consistency and snow accumulation potential. Friday morning's updates should show improved resolution of the precipitation type and intensity forecasts. Saturday morning will represent our final high-confidence forecast before the Sunday evening storm onset. High-resolution models become most reliable within 48 hours, providing detailed city-by-city accumulation forecasts. Weather balloon data Saturday evening will confirm atmospheric temperature profiles critical for snow formation. Real-time surface observations Sunday afternoon will validate whether conditions support accumulating snow. National Weather Service offices across the potential impact zone will issue watches and warnings Saturday. Emergency management agencies are already coordinating response plans for potential winter weather impacts. Comment update alerts if you want immediate notifications when new forecast information becomes available. Let me address viewer questions and provide specific guidance for different geographic regions. Texas residents from Houston to Dallas should monitor this system closely as snow potential exists for both metropolitan areas. Louisiana from New Orleans to Shreveport shows varying snow chances depending on exact storm track evolution. Mississippi residents statewide should prepare for winter weather possibilities as this system moves through. Arkansas from Little Rock to Fort Smith faces similar snow chances with this developing weather pattern. Northern Florida cities should focus on freeze protection while monitoring for possible snow flurries. West Virginia and Western Maryland residents have high confidence for accumulating snow with this system. Eastern Kentucky and Eastern Tennessee also show excellent potential for meaningful snow accumulations. Comment your specific metro area for personalized forecast details as this situation continues to develop. Transportation authorities across multiple states are positioning equipment and personnel for potential winter weather response. Salt and sand supplies are being checked and distributed to strategic locations throughout the potential impact zone. Airport de-icing capabilities are being verified at major hubs including Atlanta, Charlotte, and Nashville. School superintendents are reviewing closure criteria and communication procedures for potential Monday disruptions. Utility companies are staging additional crews and equipment for potential weather-related power outages. Healthcare facilities are ensuring adequate staffing and supplies for potential emergency response needs. Now, here's what I want every viewer to understand about this developing weather situation. This represents a legitimate winter weather threat that deserves serious attention and appropriate preparation. While uncertainty remains regarding exact snow amounts and locations, the potential impacts could be significant. Even light snow accumulations can create major disruptions in areas unaccustomed to winter weather conditions. The combination of snow potential and very cold temperatures creates multiple hazards requiring careful preparation. Stay informed through reliable weather sources and avoid social media snow maps showing unrealistic accumulation totals. Professional meteorologists will continue refining this forecast as additional data becomes available. Tomorrow's forecast update will include much more specific information about timing, amounts, and affected areas. Community preparedness and situational awareness remain your best tools for safely navigating this weather event. Comment weekend plans if this forecast is affecting your activities and you need specific timing guidance. Historical perspective shows that southern snow events often exceed or fall short of initial prediction. The key is maintaining appropriate preparation while staying flexible as forecast details continue evolving. This pattern discussion represents just one aspect of an active and dynamic winter weather period. Additional weather systems will continue affecting various parts of the country throughout the remainder of January. The atmospheric energy driving these systems suggests continued active weather patterns extending into February. Climate patterns, including La Niña influences, support the continuation of this active winter weather regime. Thank you for joining this detailed discussion of our developing winter weather situation. Make sure to subscribe with notifications enabled so you don't miss critical updates as this forecast evolves. Share this information with friends and family in potentially affected areas. Preparation saves lives and prevents accidents. Tomorrow's video will feature comprehensive forecast updates with specific city-by-city accumulation forecasts and timing details. Drop your questions in the comments and I'll address as many as possible in upcoming forecast discussions. Stay weather aware, stay prepared, and remember that winter weather in the South requires extra caution and respect. We'll continue monitoring every model update and provide you with the most accurate forecast information available. Until tomorrow's update, stay safe, stay informed, and thank you for trusting us with your weather forecast needs. Keep those location comments coming. This community engagement helps us provide the most relevant forecast for everyone.